The fight we've been waiting for is here. I want to know in the comments, are you Team Godzilla or Team Kong? Hey movie fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Take 5. This is my second movie review on the channel, Godzilla vs. Kong. This movie dropped today in theaters and on HBO Max. So let me know, are you going to brave the theaters and go see this, or are you just going to stay at home and check it out on HBO Max? Let me know. Also, if you're new here, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. It's going to help me grow. I would really appreciate it. And please say hi in the comments. I want to build a community. I'd love to engage with more people, so please say hi. I will comment back. Looking forward to it. So let's talk about this film. I have not been too crazy with the Monster Universe films. Don't get me wrong. They're okay. These are these films, like, when I'm watching these, kind of thinking back to like Transformers in a way. Like I grew up with the Transformer films. To me, those are more like these guilty pleasure type movies. You know, they're not great. You know, these are similar in the struggle that you have these either gigantic robots or these titans, but you also have the human element that they have to like throw in there that just kind of really ruins the films in certain ways. But not a huge fan of the Monster Universe, but I will say Godzilla vs. Kong is probably the best of them all. It is very entertaining, and I think that's where Adam Wingard really succeeded, is he makes the Titans like first and foremost. Like, you are going to see a lot of them in this film. You are going to see them fight multiple times, and I don't want to get into like spoilers, so you know, I'm not going to say like who wins, who does what, whatever, any of that. But I will say you get plenty of fighting action, and with the CGI that's used in this film, makes it really cool. I will say one thing, not really a huge spoiler or anything. Adam does a great job doing these really cool camera tricks. It's almost like these Titans have like GoPros on them, where you kind of get more like close-up visuals of like when they're swinging the arms at each other, and just things like that. Really, really cool. Now, let's kind of go outside of this in a bit. We're going to get different sub-stories in this film, and that's kind of where things get a little bit messy. This is not a super long film. I think all the other films are a bit longer. I want to say they're all, you know, definitely over 2 hours. This one just goes under 2 hours, and it's paced pretty well. There's always something going on. You're moving. Like, I mean, this is almost a fast watch, really, because there's stuff always going on. But let's look at our characters here. So we've got Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and many, many others. The primary two you're going to be following is Alexander Skarsgård and Rebecca Hall. They're really tied in with Kong. They're kind of looking into this mysterious world that they believe exists. It's like mythology. So, you know, there's this mythology that this world exists of, and it's where the Titans are from. So they believe if they can maybe get Kong there, if they can get there, they can uncover the origins of these beings and maybe find ways that's basically going to save the human race. So that's the core storyline that you're going to follow. And I think it's really great because Kong has such a crucial role in this film. And that's really nice because he hasn't had as much screen time as Godzilla. So you get a little bit more time with him, and it's really, really fun. You also have another new character. Her name in the film is Gia. She's like the heart and soul of this film. She's from Skull Island, so she already has this connection with Kong, and she can communicate with Kong. So they have a lot of great moments. A lot of repetitive moments too, and I'm going to try not to be nitpicky. I could definitely nitpick this film, but I'm going to try my best not to. But you do have a lot of special moments with them. You then have Millie Bobby Brown, Brian Tyree Henry, and another familiar face who have a whole nother storyline, another little subplot. Theirs was okay. You know, there's going to be more of the Godzilla side and trying to figure out what's going on. But overall, it just like, it didn't work for me. I will say Brian Tyree Henry, his role is really intriguing. He's like this paranoid employee of Apex who who also runs a podcast who's just all about conspiracy theory. I think he plays these kind of roles really well. I'm a huge fan of him anyway from Atlanta, so it was fun seeing him in this and seeing how that role played out. But within their like subplot at certain times with some of these characters, it just kind of felt wasteful. I was just kind of like, some of these people just didn't need to be in the film. I'm not really sure why that decision was made, but it's fine. Some people may like him as the comedic relief. I didn't find it as funny. Again, this goes into the nitpicking things. There's also another new character, Walter Simmons, who is basically the guy that runs Apex. Really interesting character. To me, it felt like they were trying to make him just like Maxwell Lord from Wonder Woman 1984. His character was so bizarre, and it's another one of those that just didn't cut it for me. Another thing I'll say, to me, and it's hard for me because like I look at films in different ways than most, where I get super analytical and I can go like depth in the stories and like the nitpickiness and the predictability. To me, this film was predictable in some ways. Once you watch it, you'll see my brother and I were like we were kind of predicting what we expected to happen. It didn't happen to the T, but one part did happen, which was kind of like what I was expecting to happen. And it's fine. It gets cheesy, but that was another thing that kind of like, for me, drew this film down. I would say if you're gonna watch this, don't really think about it too much. I would just sit back and enjoy it. If you don't get very analytical and try to predict things in this film, I think you'll have a lot of fun. If you're a fan of the monster universe, I think you're really gonna enjoy this film. It's not gonna be for everyone, but if you're looking for just a good action-esque flick with giant titans fighting one another, you're gonna get your fill with this. So Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm gonna give this a C+. Overall, the Titans got a lot of screen time, which was great. The fight scenes were really awesome. The CGI was really, really, really good. A couple of moments I felt was a little over the top, but it was really beautiful. This is one I would actually really love to see like on an IMAX. It's fun to watch at home. I think IMAX is where it's at though. What didn't work for me was a lot of characters just felt like wasted. Going between all these various like sub-stories, a little too much. They probably could have tightened that just a little bit. Maybe getting rid of the characters would help. I don't know. But they delivered and they kind of owned it. They knew like there was going to be a lot of cheesiness, and they kind of owned that, which really made this work. So fun watch. May watch it again. But yeah, I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this monster universe. If it'll continue on, or what they're going to do with it, and who's going to kind of take the next realm, unless they bring Adam back. Who knows? Anyway, let me know, what did you think of this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I want to know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.